the webcam. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No? Oh, hey, Dalton. How are ya? Okay. Okay. Everyone can hear me? Okay, good. I had to switch that. I had to switch it. So I don't know what is up with the headphones that came with this. They fucking suck, I guess. Like, it barely lasts like 4 hours, and then now apparently the microphone's shit. I'm good, Dalton. I'm good. Just doing my thing, living my life, or trying to anyway. Just put a little bit of beer on myself. Oh well. Who all do we have on? I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, so far it's just John and Dalton here. It sucks, man. I actually like showered and stuff for this. Had to look good, you know. I didn't shave, but I shaved last night, so I think we're okay on that. You're on your phone, but you got me on the TV. Oh man, your girl must be looking at that and just be wondering, who the fuck is that, and why is he on my TV? Thanks, John. Love you, man. Wow, I just realized like all the smoking and drinking I do on live stream, it's probably gonna kill my chances to get monetized. Oh, she knows me? Was she in our chat or something like that? I can't remember. I don't really go on there that much for some reason. Oh, we got 4 people watching. Hey, cool. I like it. Lauren the cat lady hears all about the shenanigans. Oh, are you Dalton's girl, Lauren? Oh shit, she knows everything. Give me the Powerball numbers. Come on, give me the Powerball. You know everything. Hook a brother up, man. I'll get you a cut. 90-10. I of course get the 90. Mrs. Dalton in the house. Yeah. Actually, I think I don't know if that type of intro works. I think it should be more of a smooth jazz AM radio DJ type of thing where it's, yo, it's Mrs. Dalton in the house. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that cut from Kenny G. Next up, we've got Yanni and John Tash. Keep tuning in to KUNT Radio. Thank you. Oh, S might be here too? Hey, that'd be cool. Printer Ink. I was wondering when somebody would mention that nickname. Baby Carrots was a big one too there for a little bit. I don't know if y'all still use that one, but So I think what we're gonna do is let's see. I've been on for about 7 minutes. I think we'll like give it like 20 minutes or so, and then I'll actually like go into all the things that I wrote notes for to talk about. Yes, I wrote notes on paper. Paper. Oh, so that's right, John. John, you got a fangirl. Ah, we got 5. Hi, new people. Everybody, introduce yourselves. I'm pretty sure one of those viewers is me, technically. So there might. I think there's technically 4 people. I don't know. I don't know how this works. This is my first time. Well, third, whatever. Baby Carrots is still a name known back home in Cali. Well, you ain't in Cali anymore, son. You're north of me. You're a Washingtonian now. Oh, you were acting like a fangirl. Okay, okay. You're not gonna like send her like your underwear or anything in the mail, are you? I mean, I would, but I do that to every girl that shows me attention on the internet. I have a very sad life, you guys. Please don't. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's a market for it. Like just put it in a little space bag, blow out all the air so it preserves all the stank, and then you could probably like sell it to some pervert overseas for like $200. I'm just saying. He might be sending you free money and you don't even know it. That's nasty. Yes, it is. But hey, who am I to judge someone else's desires? I mean, I fantasize about getting power bombed through a table by a female wrestler and then just getting, you know. So I'm not going to judge. This is a judgment-free zone, you guys. Unless I'm judging, then that we'll waive that. Oh, now we got 6. We got 6 viewers. Oh, that one's getting highlighted. That one's getting highlighted. I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Yeah. I might have said that once or twice in the past. Just shit. I'm gonna have to delete this stream when I'm done with it. I just know it. Excuse me. I did say I wouldn't burp on live after some of the experimental stuff that I was doing with this, but sometimes it has to happen. I'll try and be a little more quiet about it, though. So we got anybody else coming on? Is it just yeah? If you just popped on, say hi in the chat comment thing here. I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen. You guys can't see that, but yeah, go ahead and just say hi. Introduce yourselves. I want to hear from you. That's why I'm doing this. We're trying to have fun here. Sometimes. Oh, but yeah. So just some random stuff before I go into it because I'm going to try and kind of pad this out, see if anybody else pops in. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, I've been doing okay. So we had a massive storm. The I like last week. Um, it exploded a power transformer about a few hundred yards away, and we lost power for like 14 hours. The wind actually was so bad that it blew off a big, huge chunk of my roofing, which is sitting out flat, like next to my house, and it blew off the ventilation cap to my bathroom. So I'm actually struggling to get a roofer to come out here to fix it. I've called a couple of places, and they've both said, oh, "We'll call you back. We'll call you back." And it's been a few days. I'm still waiting. But yeah, I've got a huge chunk of my roofing gone. The ventilation cap above my bathroom is gone. So if it rains, as I found out much to my chagrin, it all comes down on my head when I sit down to shit. And yes, it's happened. I've been drenched with rainwater while taking a crap in my own home. So it'd be nice if I could get that fixed, because I'm supposed to be heading out of the house here for a few days, and I don't want to come back and get my bathroom destroyed. The next, if a storm comes or anything like that again. And it is that time of year in the Pacific Northwest, so it's going to rain. I mean, am I right? And then in the summer, then in the summer we have huge droughts, and then the whole state explodes. That's fun. Fuck that! Blow their phones up. Yeah, I actually have tried with a couple of the roofers. The first one I called, like, said, "Oh yeah, we'll dispatch this out to a team and have them call you back." So I've called them like 4 times, been like, "Hey, where's my call back?" Like, I'm missing some roof here. I could use some roof, because I mean, oh god, like if it, I'm just worried about the next. I'm just worried about the next storm. You're right. We're supposed to have snow by next weekend. Oh gee, god damn it. Don't get me wrong. I love snow. I absolutely love snow. Like I used to live. Why the hell am I pointing? I used to live right, like pretty close to Mount Hood for a huge chunk of my childhood. And it was a common thing. Like, it was, snow every winter. Like, we, sometimes we'd skip school and go up to the mountain and go snowboarding. That was fun. My brother and his best friend James used to drive up there, and every once in a while they'd let me tag along. Dorky little brother. You know. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. But I'd like to have a roof before it snows. Thursday through Sunday. Oh. Well, that's that'll give me time to brush up on my anatomically correct snowman skills. Yep. The kids at the trailer park are going to be stepping outside like on Saturday, and they're going to see like a snowman with a big old dong. Because I feel that I may not have children, but I understand the value of mentoring the youth. And snowmen with dicks is a great way of doing that. See, I'm providing a service. Oh God, YouTube's gonna love this. I'm just saying. And also, I've got some pretty good hills by me, so I'm thinking, like, if it snows bad enough, I might have to commandeer one of the neighbor kids' sleds and do some skidding. Of course, Dalton don't have to worry about that because he lives in goddamn Arizona. Does it snow in Arizona, Dalton? Or Lauren, if either of you are still paying attention, does it snow that much in Arizona? I gotta know. It's kind of strange because where I lived for a long time, it doesn't really snow a lot in Portland. It doesn't really snow a lot in Portland at all. But where I'm at now, which is a lot lower, and I live in a valley surrounded by bodies of water everywhere. Yeah, it kind of gets a little. Like Portland gets like light showers and mists. We get torrential downpour. Oh, and fog. Lots of fog. In Flagstaff, which I assume that's what you mean by flag, is Flagstaff, it snows, but mainly in the winter. Oh, that makes sense. I take it, is Flagstaff like a little higher up, or is the elevation like lower? I've never been to Arizona. I have no freaking clue. Okay, Flagstaff, Payson, up north areas get some snow. That would make sense. Yeah, up north you're up in the high desert area there, in like getting towards California. So yeah, that makes sense. You got the Colorado there, I think. I don't know. I failed 7th grade geometry, geology, geography, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. I'm high. Leave me alone. But yeah, where I'm at actually, like, yeah, it does tend to snow a little bit. Not as awful as it used to get because of climate change, which I'm not going to pull up the scientific data, but the anecdotal evidence from, i.e., my personal experience, yeah, it's a thing. We're going through it, so, which kind of sucks because, like I've said, I actually really enjoy the snow. I don't always like being out in it, but I think it, like, with the lights and everything like that, it makes everything really nice and pretty, especially like around Christmas time, when everybody's got the multicolored tripping balls lights. And then you get the light reflecting off the snow and stuff. That looks really cool. I love that. But anyway, well, we've been on for 20 minutes. I think we'll just get started. You guys watch football last weekend? The playoffs? Yeah, I decided to start with this before we get into the heavy shit, which, by the way, I even actually have that on my notes. It's, see, the heavy shit. So I think this is a nice way to just kind of warm everybody up to it. So, as everyone probably already can tell, because I'm wearing the jersey, I'm a huge Saints fan. In fact, I've been a Saints fan since Ironhead Hayward and Bobby Hebert. Like Sam Mills, hell of a linebacker, man. Like he wound up playing for the Carolina Panthers later on, but in his prime, he was a New Orleans Saint during the late '80s or early '90s, so on. So when they were almost relevant, So yeah, I've been a fan for a very long time, and I remember, like, in the early 2000s, like the Saints tried to make Aaron Brooks a thing, which was interesting. They thought that because he was related to Michael Vick that he would somehow play like Michael Vick, and it just didn't quite work out that way. But he had success because, well, it's pretty easy to look good when you've got Deuce McAllister and Ricky Williams in your backfield. But so as a Saints fan for a long time, I'm kind of used to them sucking. Like, the Saints and sucking are synonymous. They belong together for years, like cake and ice cream. And then we got Drew Brees. And suddenly it turned out, in the mid-2000s, he signed over from San Diego. And he was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like, I remember that first season he played for him, and I thought they were going to go all the way. They lost to the Bears in the NFC title game, but I mean, this was, it looked obvious that this team was going to be a thing for a while, and it turned out that it was. I got to see them in the Super Bowl in 2009. I remember that very clearly because I fucked up my back celebrating Tracy Porter's interception. Oh, I'm going to go to bed, brother. Love you, Tracy. Hey, love you too, John. Hey, thanks for coming by, man. Hopefully I'll be doing this like every Monday, so feel free to come on back. But yeah, so obviously, as I just mentioned, I'm a Saints fan. And so this weekend, the Saints played Tampa Bay for the in the semifinals, so the NFC, and lost 20-30. And Drew Brees sucked. He threw 3 interceptions, which was pretty uncharacteristic. But the thing is that this might be his last game. His contract's up. He's 42 years old. And here's the thing with that. I mean, honestly, I love Drew Brees. He's my favorite. He's the best quarterback that New Orleans has ever had, outside of maybe Bobby Hebert or even Archie Manning, who, despite the fact that he played for the Saints, was actually really good. But yeah, it sucks. It really sucks that. Also, it kind of sucks that Brees, if this is his last game, went out like that. Like, to have a game like that for his last game ever, like, you're kind of hoping for a little more. And yeah, I don't know. Like, if he comes, if he decides, hey, you know what, I'm going to give it one more year, I'd be happy with that. I mean, granted, looking at what Brees did this season, he didn't have a particularly great year. He did get hurt. He was hurt for a lot of it. He had a punctured lung, and he also hurt something else. I can't remember what, because I don't have it pulled up right now. But he had an off year. I'm not sure, because if he does retire, then we have Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill as your quarterbacks. And Winston's good. Jameis Winston's pretty good. Like, he's not terrible. He did throw a 56-yard touchdown pass in the playoff game against Tampa Bay. But I don't know if he's going to stick around. And Taysom Hill kind of turns over the ball a little too much. He's a good quarterback from what it appears. He hasn't really had a lot of time in that, but he's pretty okay. But he does turn the ball over a lot, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to get that worked out next year. If he decide, if they decide that he is the future QB for the Saints. Now, going back to Brees, the one thing that I don't know if I wouldn't like despise him for it, but I would be really disappointed if he pulled a Brett Favre where he like, oh, I'm retired now and blah, blah, blah. And then like 2 weeks later go, oh, well, now I've signed with one of the, now I've signed with the Atlanta Falcons, for example, something like that, where if you recall, Favre feigned his retirement and then like a few days after that was like, oh, well, I play for the Jets now. And then later on, oh, I'm a Viking. So I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't like burn this shirt or anything like that if he did that. But at the same time, I'd be a little disappointed. And maybe I am a little biased. I am a little biased on this because last year, when I was going through some really dark shit in my life, like, oh, I can't even go into it. I'm not going to go into it, but my oldest brother, for Christmas, bought me a copy of Drew Brees' book and a Cal Ripken Jr. batting practice jersey, which, Jesus, that was a pretty impressive gift to get. But I read Brees' book, which the ultimate theme of it is going through perseverance, how you get through it, how you sometimes, that struggle just really hits you, and now granted, a lot of that book is couched in Christianity, which I'm just going to put it out there right now. I don't believe in God. I am an atheist. Now, if you're a Christian, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're stupid for believing in God or anything like that. I'm kind of over that phase. And yes, there is a phase in atheism where you have to like comment on every Christian person and be like, you're stupid. You believe in the invisible man in the sky. Not going to do that. But despite, the over Christian tones in Brees' book, his messages still ring true, and his whole thing is in the book, find something that you can focus on that makes you want to just get through whatever it is you're going through. And yeah, I'm still struggling to find that. I'm not going to lie. I still don't really have a rudder, so to speak. And I'm just, I'm still at that grasping at straws phase of going through shit. But, we'll see. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for the future. And I'm hopeful for the future of New Orleans, the Saints, I mean. I was going to bring it back, right? But, yeah, we'll see. So, now, 4 people now. I went from 6 to 4. People must not like hearing about football. Or maybe it's just I have all the charisma of soggy cardboard. But we can go ahead and say that. That's okay. But yeah, so I guess you know what? Let's go get into the heavy shit. Let's do it. We're gonna go balls deep. I'm gonna be going so deep that I can feel my scrotum slapping against this topic's ass. And I'm close to 50 years old now, so trust me, my scrotum can do this. Gravity is a cruel mistress, y'all. But anyway, so let's go get to the heavy shit. We're going to talk about this. Drug decriminalization in Oregon, Measure 110. Now, granted, this passed last year during the big election where we were all focused on Biden versus Trump. I'm not going to talk about that. But this, I think, if you're an Oregonian, is a big story. So Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. I got a phone notification. Let's see what's going on. Oh, okay. It's a text message. Somebody found my live stream. I guess they're gonna watch it. Hi, Bethany. It's my girl. But yeah, so drug decriminalization in Oregon. So, as anybody from Oregon obviously knows, Oregon passed Measure 110, which calls for the decriminalization of pretty much all scheduled drugs. Now, I'm just going to pull something up real quick. If I can, we're going to... Hang on. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to find it. But or you know what? I'm just going to go with my notes real quick. And so basically, under the new law, on in February 1st of this year, Oregon's going to be decriminalizing quantities, small quantities, like basically your personal stash of any street drugs, less than 1 gram of heroin, less than 1 gram or 5 pills of ecstasy, less than 2 grams of meth, less than 40 units of acid, less than 12 grams of psilocybin mushrooms, less than 40 units of methadone, less than 40 pills of oxycodone/Oxycontin, and less than 2 grams of coke. If you're caught with this, then you're not going to get arrested, basically. Now, granted, this is still a civil violation, which means you can still get fined up to, let me just look at my notes here. I thought I had this on my notes. Okay, I don't have it in my notes, and I'm not going to pull it up right now, but basically what the law says is that you can't just like randomly hook up while waiting in line at the supermarket. You'll get fined. Oh. Okay. Hang on, I just pulled it up. I found it. Okay. So here it is. It reclassifies. Okay. Measure 110 reclassifies possession of controlled substances from a misdemeanor to a violation with a $100 fine. Now, I haven't actually gone through all of this, I did actually look it up further, but I don't have the page pulled up. But it can go up to community service or $500, I believe, is the maximum fine. I could be wrong. Somebody feel free to correct me if you can have access to the Googles. Just let me know. But yeah. So here, I'm gonna stop sharing that. Okay. Oh. Hey, Bethany. How was work? That's my girl, guys. Say hi. But basically, my question, I mean, I personally, when I voted this year, I did vote for it, the measure, but I do have some reservations. I mean, there is the question of, is this a good idea? And also, my other question is, does this apply to Jenkum? Because I've got like a bunch of barrels of it, like sitting in my closet, and I want to know if I'm going to get arrested for having this. By the way, if anyone wants a Jenkum hookup, let me know. But so some background on Measure 110 is that a lot of the policy in the measure is actually based on Portugal's decriminalization policy, which passed in 2001, which wound up decriminalizing all drugs. Now, there's a lot of statistics out there, and there's a lot of hardcore evidence, which actually is in my sources. But just to sum it up, since Portugal has introduced their decriminalization policy, drug use is below the average in Europe. It's working on that point. Drug use has declined among the most at-risk population for drug abuse, which is the ages of 15 to 24. Because, well, you know, you're a teenager, young adult at that point. Like, you're going to experiment. You're going to have fun. It's why that age exists, so you can go and have fun, right? Now, it does say that lifetime drug use in Portugal has increased slightly, but that falls into current trends. And also, this data fails to account for experimentation. Basically, the people who say that drug use in Portugal has increased are conflating, you know, experimentation, you know, like, hey, I did some drugs once in college, to, you know, addiction, which is a flawed argument, to be sure. I mean, let's not beat around the bush with that. Now, also, the addiction rates in Portugal have decreased since 2001 when they passed this. The rates also, current use rate has dropped. Like, less people have reported that, hey, you know what? I was at a party last week with some friends and I shot up. You know, that's decreased. Rates of new HIV cases in Portugal have gone from 1,016 in 2001 to 56 as of 2012. So, you know, the safety net that they've put in place of criminalization of drugs might be working, you guys. I'm just saying. I mean, this might be a thing. Now, some people have claimed that homicide rate in Portugal has gone up. Now, that just shows the increase in all homicides. Not a lot of data is collected on drug-related offenses. And also, it's really hard to pin down what is a drug-related offense unless somebody who's being arrested says, oh, yeah, I shot that family down the street because I wanted the money to hook up on meth. You know, I mean, unless you've got that directly from somebody's mouth, we can't really say for sure whether a homicide is drug-related or not. Now, in Portugal in 2000, there were 14,000 drug-related arrests made. The number is currently around 5,500 to 6,000 in Portugal. And the percentage of drug-related crimes is down from 44% to 21% as of 2012. Premeditated drug-related crimes are down. Basically, what that means is that there's a lot less instances of people saying, hey, I robbed so-and-so, or I killed so-and-so, or I did this, or I did that because I needed the money for drugs. And the question is that, one of the big questions is, can it continue to work? Now, let's be honest. If you actually go back in history, like Prohibition, perfect example. A lot of drug use isn't necessarily caused by whether a drug is available or so on and so forth, what have you. The question is, there's a lot of socio-economic and political trends. Not political, social, economic, and cultural trends. Not political, but that's a whole other argument that I don't want to have right now. Basically, what that means is that, in times of, like, say, economic crisis or social crisis or cultural uncertainty, drug use is going to go up. Look at the crash in 2009. You remember that? Because I do. Oh, God, heroin use in Portland went through the fucking roof. And I know this because I became a heroin addict right around that time. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. And, you can have all the cool policies and all the feel-good stuff, but who's to say that shit can't happen and eventually people are going to be like, hey, you know what? Fuck this. I'm doing drugs. And another thing to keep in mind, since I was talking about Portugal is in a severe economic recession right now. They are really struggling financially. So I would actually like to see what current numbers are for drug-related anything in Portugal, just to see if this holds up. So let's bring this back to Oregon, because Oregon's policy is based around Portugal's. So one of the biggest problems that Oregon is currently going to face with this measure is that they have a grand total of 2 months to get all of this set up. They have 2 months to get the drug facilities, to get the treatment plans, to get all of this stuff in place. Now, I don't know how many people, how I'm, all 4 of you, I'm pretty sure none of you 4 live in Oregon. So you guys don't know. Let me tell you, Oregon isn't equipped right now to implement this in 2 months. I mean, I wish it was, but it's not. Now, I mean, because we're at a time right now, guys, in Oregon, especially the Portland metro area, where drug treatment services are pretty much at the breaking point. Like, it's really hard to accommodate all of the people in the area who have drug problems. It's really, you go down, if you go downtown Portland and like check out the detox centers or the inpatient shelters, the nonprofit inpatient treatment shelters or anything like that, there are lines of people waiting on the breadcrumb that maybe they'll get accepted, maybe they'll get in. But now Oregon currently, under the plan, is not offering treatment services or financial assistance. All they can do right now is what they have always done, which is, oh, you have a drug problem? Well, gosh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Have you tried NA? Have you tried letting go and letting God? Sorry, it just popped in there. I'm sorry. It happens. But now, one of the big questions is, where's the money for this going to come from? Like, where's all the money for the treatment centers and the addiction services and everything like that? Where does it come from? It comes from the pot tax. Now, granted, we made 130. I researched this last night, so I'm old, and I've had a swig of alcohol, so it might not get so bad, but I don't even have no idea what I just said. But anyway, who's to say that they're banking on the pot tax making all of this money so that they can pay for it, along with the savings from incarcerating drug-related offenses. So what if, and stick with me on this, what if the pot market suddenly collapses? What if all of a sudden we're not making $130 billion in 2019 like we did in 2019? What happens to all those services then? And also, you're expecting me as a voter to believe that Oregon in 2 months can build facilities, can set up a hotline, can do all of this other stuff, can set up financial service assistance to addicts, because they currently don't do that. Like, they'll give you a list of like charities that might help you pay your power bill or something like that while you're shaking from heroin withdrawals or what have you. But yeah, beyond that, they got nothing. They got nothing. Now, another thing to look at is what's behind Measure 110. What groups are really like what groups really pushed for this? Now, the main group responsible for the lion's share of this campaign is a group called the Drug Policy Alliance. They are anti-criminalization. They are very pro-legalization. Well, I don't know about that, but from what I've read, they do seem to be very on legalization and decriminalization. And they did put $4.6 million into our campaign here in Oregon. And now, like I said, I agree with the policy. I worry about how they're going to implement it. And also, I do worry about, like, a lot of the counties that are that lean a little more to the conservative side, who are going to be anti-decriminalization for whatever reason. And there are good reasons behind not backing this. I'm not even going to say that you're stupid because, you don't support decriminalization, because there are a lot of issues with this, at least as it stands with our state. So anyway, going back to the Drug Policy Alliance, they are a group based out of New York, which now, like I said, I agree with it. I agree with the policy. I voted for it. I am all for decriminalization. I think that stigmatization of people with addiction problems it's bad. And I've talked lots of shit in the past about meth users and tweakers and all that, because, well, frankly, I don't like meth. I've never liked meth, and I've seen what it actually does to people's personalities. So I'm a little biased, but I don't think that we should necessarily stigmatize people because they have an addiction problem, because a lot of these people are good people. Like, let's face it. Like, it's not like it's only bad people who get addicted to drugs. Anyone can get addicted to drugs. But at the same time, and I think some people will agree with me. It almost feels like it's as if people who have never lived in my state, who have never set foot in Oregon, people who don't know the politics of Oregon, people who don't know the general, consensus feelings of people in Oregon are telling us how we should run our shit. And I mean, like I said, I agree with it, but at the same time, I don't, it shouldn't have been a group from out of state to point this out. I would have preferred it if a lot of the money to support this was generated locally, because it would show that there's a lot more local interest in this. And the fact that the main lobbyists in favor of this in the state isn't based in our state kind of smells a little iffy to me. I'm just saying. So now, I will say this: the Oregon Criminal Justice Commission, which is a group of lawyers, judges, it's people who are involved in the legal stuff here in our state, has actually analyzed the bill and looked at the numbers and everything like that. They have determined that racial disparities in drug arrests would decrease by 95%. And on one plus side with that would actually, I personally think, get rid of a lot of the racial distrust between minorities and law enforcement. Because, if you can decriminalize a lot of that stuff, then maybe, and I will say this about a lot of the, I want to say, the traditional black neighborhoods in Portland. Portland is one of the whitest cities in America. Let's not beat around the bush here. Portland, for the most part, is as white as milk. So, a lot of really, a lot of poor white people, as well as black people in these traditionally black people neighborhoods, are going to be affected by this, because there's going to be less patrols in that part of town. There's going to be less arrests, because basically, hey, you've got a certain amount of, meth on you or something like that. Here's your $250 fine. Which personally, I think is, I think that'll go a long way for increasing trust in those neighborhoods, because a lot of people in those neighborhoods know that, if the cops are there, they're there for something big. It's not, oh, let's see what sort of drug arrests we can do to round out our quota for the week. It's going to be more like, oh, well, if they're in the neighborhood, then there must be some deep shit going down. And I think I personally think that it will also allow law enforcement to better do their jobs. I could be wrong. If, like I said, if anybody wants to disagree, feel free to do so. I will be more than happy to go over it and, shoot me up with some evidence. We'll talk about that too. But now, of course, naturally, it has to be said, law enforcement or organizations in Oregon absolutely oppose this. Now, frankly, it has to be said, they do stand to lose, on a financial basis, because, if they're not enforcing, these criminal drug laws, because those are off the books, then that means they're going to get less money to hire more officers, to get more equipment, to do more training. So there is a financial reason for them to be like, yeah, no. And let's not forget, the private prison industry is also a part of this. And let's not beat around the bush here. The private prison industry is a shithole of epic proportions. Let's call it what it is. And now there are other arguments against it. For example, I'm going actually right now. I'm going to the big campaign website, which is against Measure 110. I think I actually posted that in my sources in the description, but if I didn't, let me know. I will put it up. Anyway, they say one of the big arguments from the main group against Measure 110 is that, and this is their words, not mine. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can share this. We'll see if I can share this. Okay. Measure 110, which reclassify. Okay, we've gone over that. Oh wait, nope. I that's another site. Crap. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, in answer to the question, does Measure 110 stop punishing addicts? The criminal justice system is a pathway to treatment for many people. All counties offer some sort of treatment in lieu of jail and usually dismissal of charges after accepting treatment. The justice system offers an opportunity to many addicts to break the cycle of addiction. The simple possession offenses generally can be removed from a person's record. Now, all of this is true. Let's just put that right out there. This is correct. However, basically, what they're doing is they're supporting the justice system, forcing people into treatment. And anyone with like even a quarter of a brain knows that coercing someone into doing anything isn't going to work. Basically, you're going to have I've seen it myself, anecdotal evidence, but take it what you will. I have seen many people get arrested for drug possession or use or, intent to distribute. Go before a court, say, hey, you got to take a mandatory, month of rehab before you can get, or otherwise go to jail. So they'll take the treatment. And then they're model treatment citizens. They do everything right. And then as soon as that month goes away and they're free, they are right back using and selling. So don't tell me that the criminal justice system forcing treatment on addicts works, because in my experience, it does not. There's that. Will Measure 110 hold people accountable for entering and completing inpatient or outpatient treatment? No, that's the answer. Well, of course it's not, because that should be up to the individual user whether or not they want help. Because as I've already pointed out, the coercion system of treatment in lieu of jail or probation or what have you doesn't work. Or if it does, it's an outlier at best. So it shouldn't hold people accountable for whether or not they go to rehab. Under this measure, all the state is responsible for is fining you, which, frankly, you're being held financially accountable for having drugs on you. Oh, Now, here's a good one. Will Measure 110 require more inpatient treatment capacity in Oregon? The answer, they say, is no. Measure 110 will fund assessment and referral centers, and it will fund grants. Measure 110 does not require more inpatient treatment beds or higher quality treatment than is already available. So, again, I've already pointed this out, is that a lot of our, is that most of our, addiction resources in the state are pretty stretched thin. I mean, to say that, the state of Oregon is going to use, what, $130 billion from the pot tax to basically fund assessment and referral centers and fund grants and not require more inpatient treatment beds, not require higher quality treatment than is already available? Yeah, no. We need more. We need more than just, oh, let's throw money. Basically, what this argument is that the state of Oregon is going to just hopefully throw money at the problem and hope that it goes away. Which, yeah, that's tone deaf at best and highly derp at worst. So anyway, yeah, let's go back. We're going to stop sharing that. We're going to, go back to the full screen. And we're down to 3 people now. I lost you. I lost my audience. Well, goddamn. So, yeah, that is actually the big main topics that I wanted to talk about today. So, you know what? We're just going to turn it over and we'll just talk about whatever. So what did you guys think of all that? Was that, if anyone's still paying attention, was that informative? Were you not entertained? Because, I mean, I did try. I actually did try to put some thought into this. Either way, though, I actually had fun with this. I think I'm going to keep going. So yeah, let's okay, so yeah, we're done with that. We're just gonna talk about everything else. Yo chat, what's going on in your world? I'm gonna turn this over to the audience. Or hey, if you're extra nice, I might actually like let you in on the stream. Maybe you can talk and we can actually hear your voices and see your sexy bodies. God, I love to see those sexy bodies. And Jade Glow, just informative, very. Hey, I like to, I don't try to just pull topics out of my butt. If I'm going to talk about something, I do kind of want to have at least like some basic information at least. Oh my God, the voice. I did it earlier too. Yes, you're listening live to KUNT Radio. This is your DJ Lord Teabo Baggins giving you all the smooth jazz favorites. I should get a job doing voiceovers. Anyone out there like know any cool voiceover people who want to hire me? I can totally do that. All right, time for some El Siete. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. It's actually Los Siete Misterios. I don't know a toast in Spanish, so I'm just gonna say tranquilo, pendejos, and then do the Tetsuya Naito thing. All right, so man, anyone else on? Anyone else want to say hi? I'm through soapboxing. I'll talk to you now. I promise. No. Oh well. But hey, I successfully killed an hour. I love these cigarettes, but they have a bitch of a time staying lit. Oh, you're still on the bus? Oh God. Are you on the 56 or the oh God, I forget which bus that is that goes out from, because I used to work right across the street from you. But man, that 56 ride from Beaverton out to where you're at is, oh God, that is just, oy. 57. Thank you. Yeah, I forget that. I can never get that one straight, but yeah, the 57 bus just sucks. It's not the worst. It's not the worst though. The 72 bus on going down 82nd Street is the absolute worst. Oh, you're about 25 minutes to home? Okay, well, hey, say hi to the kids for me. I miss y'all. I miss the kids. So yeah, I'm still trying to get I'm still trying to get some roofing going on over here. So I don't know if I'll be able to come out tomorrow, but I'll be coming out. I'll figure something out. But I do want to get my roof taken care of, and I've been blowing up like 2 roofing companies right now, just trying to get them to talk to me. Come see us, watch Star Wars, and eat my cooking. Shit, you had me at Star Wars. I should bring over my PS4 and the VR kit so you can like freak it, so that the kids can freak out over Star Wars Squadrons. I don't know if anyone here has actually played that game, but seriously, Star Wars Squadrons, check it out. It's it's my game of the year. Oh, of last year, especially with the VR and the control stick. Oh my God, there's just something really cool about like sitting in your living room wearing this VR gear, which you know is VR gear, so it looks like this. It's a helmet, and then just looking all around the cockpit and just seeing cockpit everywhere you look. Like I can literally like turn around physically, look behind me, and cockpit. Also, if anybody's interested, I might actually take Squadrons online and Bridget would never let you take it back. Yeah, well, I'm bigger than Bridget. So we'll see how that works out. Oh, and I know how to box. I think I could take out a 10-year-old girl if it comes down to it. Old tiny fisticuffs right here. I think it's just the two of us now. She is meaner. You're right. I've dealt with her attack hugs. Yeah, even when she loves you, she's mean. Yes, they left us unsupervised. But I will say, like, for being a guy that nobody's ever heard of, doing a live stream that nobody really knows about, I had 6 people listening in for a time. I'd say that's pretty good. That's a good start. Eventually, I might actually like pay for Streamyard just so I can like put in custom stuff like custom graphics and all that. I'm still going with the fuchsia overlay though. I am still dressed. I'm wearing pajamas, and of course the Drew Brees jersey because, well, I had to pay respect. I had to pay tribute. And Tracy Porter still owes me for fucking up my back because he had that game clinching interception in the Super Bowl 2009. I would mention the actual number of the Super Bowls, but frankly, I don't even pay attention to that. I just go by year. But yeah, Super Bowl 2009, St. Louis versus Indianapolis, greatest Super Bowl ever. Count it. You want to see my PJ? You want to see my pajamas? I'll show you my pajamas. Oh yeah, I'll rock it. Check it out. Oh yeah. See? PJs. Oh God, no. No. I just showed my gut. It's kind of funny because, like, for like most of my life, I was rail skinny. Like, I even like I would work out, I would do weight training, I do all that, and I would never pack on anything. Like, I'd get a 6-pack, I'd get like a little bit of pecs, all that, but yeah, I was like, even when I was at like the height of my physical prowess, I weighed like 145 pounds. Like, that was my prime weight. Now I'm like 170 pounds now, and it's all gut. Like, I literally look like one of those kids from, in the 80s when they, used to do all those feed the children commercials, just for a price of a cup of coffee a day, you too can feed and clothe this poor starving boy. And they'd show like all these pictures of these kids in like third world countries with like who are starving, but they've got these big ass guts. Well, that's what I look like now. That for just the price of a cup of Starbucks a day, you too can feed and clothe this poor white trash trailer park boy. Giving you all the smooth jazz favorites, baby. And that was my public service announcement. Brought to you by Fearless Thor's Hammer IPA. Which you know about Fearless because you and I went there on your first weekend out to visit me, and we had lunch. And I'm literally just talking to fill up dead air. Don't mind me. Let's get rid of that banner. Boom. Okay. I love you, dork. I love you too. I am not a whale penis. And yes, a dork is the term for a whale penis. And the only reason I know that is because I read Moby Dick. Yes, I read a book once. Maybe twice. I don't remember. Anyway, let me know when you're home. I mean, there's nothing else going on. Like, I'll put you on. Do you have a preferred term? Nerd, geek, goofball? Yes. The answer is yes. Like I said, it's kind of weird that, you know, I embrace like shit like, you know, being a nerd or a geek or a dork or whatever. Because when, oh, what'd you say? Can I make some up? Well, I do trust your imagination. Like you are clearly a creative person, and I know this because you've knitted me slippers. So, yes, I will trust you to make something up. And yes, I'm done with drinking right now just because, well, I've got a nice buzz. I've got a nice buzz going on. I think I'm good. I promise not to call you sex muffin in public. Well, yeah, but could you? Maybe that should be my name. Instead of Lord Teabo Baggins, I'll just call myself Sex Muffin. Yo, this is DJ Sex Muffin talking to you live from KUNT Radio. Yeah. Sex Muffin. Oh, shit. In front of the kids, even. Well, like I've said, that's what this stream does. We mentor the youth here. We're a guiding light to the children. Never mind the fact that my stream is over 18 only, and yeah, still mentoring the youth, doing a service. I want my Presidential Medal of Freedom now. Fuck yeah. Servicing something. Well, wait. When I mentioned that I was doing a service, I did it in context of the children. I don't know about the implications of this. I'm just saying. Yeah. Needless to say, YouTube is not monetizing this shit. No servicing children. Well, you know what? I think we can agree on this point. Let's not service children. But at the same time, I'm a mentor. I'm reaching out to the youth of YouTube. God, that sounded like shit even in my head. How did that get live? Or serving them on platters? Well, aww. But that's when the meat's best. I mean, you don't want like late 40s meat. You want, and you don't want it too young because, you know, that only works for lamb. So yeah, cannibalism. That's a thing on here now. And with that, I just dropped to one viewer. Nope. We're back to two. Me. Yeah, yeah. I might eat you. Your meat's good. So let it be known right now for public record. I am only allowed to service Jade Glow. I am only allowed to cannibalize Jade Glow. Just saying. Off the bus, it's cold as hell. Yes. I went into town today to pick up some food because, well, I gotta eat. And yeah, it was beautiful outside, but it's fucking cold. If I had balls, they'd have been freezing off. But did I say that out loud? Can we delete this? Can we edit it? Oh shit. I forgot. This is on the internet. The internet is forever. Well, I'm gonna hang myself now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's but fortunately you don't really have that far to walk. Gallows humor. Yeah, it's the only kind I know. It's all I'm good at. But I like to think that I hit it out of the park. Or if not, I at least get a solid double. Oh, you're picking up Doodlebug? Hey, Doodle. Hi. Remember me? Oh, oh, he keeps asking for me. That's sweet. And for anybody who comes in late on this or watches it after the fact, Jade Glow is the girl that I'm dating, and Doodlebug is her youngest son, who is about 4 years old. Actually, no, he's not about 4 years old. He's 4 years old, and he's a sweet kid. That actually, all of her kids are freaking adorable. Like, they're awesome. When will Tracy come see us? I hope that it's soon. I'm like I said, I've still got to I've still got to fight with roofers to, and I really do want to get this shit fixed, especially since I've heard that we're going to get a serious storm coming again. And frankly, I don't want to leave the house and then come back to a destroyed bathroom because there's no cover. Of course, he's 4 years old, so he probably doesn't understand what I'm telling him, but yeah, I'm probably going to delete this. Nah. I mean, I get that the storm we had was really huge and a lot of homes got damaged, but at the same time, like, call me back. Like, I'm 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 trying here. I just I don't want rainwater to splash on my head while I'm taking a dump. That's all I'm saying. And also, I don't want to have to pay the money to fix anything if the floors in the bathroom get warped because I don't have a roof. Yeah, my house is broken. And I'm not going to lie, maybe I should have seen that coming. I only paid 30 grand for this, but I only had like so much money after the dark times. So, I needed to go cheap and I didn't want to rent anymore. So, and now here I am. I'm a homeowner. I pay rent. Go figure. Oh man. I actually shaved my head for this. No, seriously. Like, oh, yeah. I also wore hair gel for this, which I just destroyed. Hang on. I'm just putting out the word that I'm opening up the floor to anybody else who wants to jump on here and say something. Oh, you just got in your home? Let me know if you want on. I'll put you on. If I can. Oh. Yeah, well, yeah, he's sound asleep. Well, it is almost 9 o'clock at night, and he is 4 years old, so. And you're camera shy, which I totally get, because I kind of am too. In fact, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I really like this angle on my camera, just because I find myself watching myself and getting very self-conscious about what I'm doing. So yeah. I mean, the only reason I started doing this was because the stream setup came with the PC. So I figured I might as well freaking use it, because I'm not a huge online gamer or anything like that. In fact, I've even said many times in the past that I mostly play video games to avoid other people. Yet, I mean, here I am, like, trying to set up a squadron for Star Wars. I'm full of contradictions. And also, I've noticed that my alcohol tolerance has severely decreased. Have fun with it. You know what? I kind of think that I am. Like, this is actually, I'm not going to lie, this is kind of fun. Like, I only had 6 people maximum tonight, but that's, I think that's a really good start. And I did have fun just talking shit, you know? Well, you know my situation. I just live with a dog, so I don't really get the chance to talk a lot of shit. And I mean, I've tried to talk shit with my dog, but Maddie doesn't care. She doesn't care. The only thing she cares about is getting pet and food and a place to poop. But I stick with her because she's got that cute little underbite, so it always looks like she's smiling, no matter what. She always looks so happy. Hang on just 1 second. I'm doing some stuff on my phone real quick. I got some notifications. I should probably maybe avoid doing this in the future. But yeah, if anyone wants to come on live, just say hi or whatever. I got the floor open. I'll invite you. You can show your sexy face on my stream. Yeah. All good things, yes. Wait, what are all good things? Are we talking about what I said earlier, or? So I'm probably going to smoke this, and then I'm going to smoke the thing that I rolled just for this stream. Pets, food, and a place to poop. Yes, those are good things. I I say this as a human, but I do enjoy a good pet. I also enjoy a really good poop. And food is, yeah, I like food. Food's good. I've been known to eat it. Wow, I just got really silent there for a second. Anyway, I hope the audience loves the murder hawk here. I getting that started. My hair's not quite long enough, but you know, I like it. If I knew how to actually dye hair, I would do like an ombre where it's like goes from blue to purple, but I don't. So, oh, your headphones died. Yeah, well, my headphones suck, so that's why I had to start streaming using the webcam mic. Although, like, if it turns out that I keep doing this, like, eventually I'm gonna have to get some like better equipment. But after I smoke the cigarette, I have to go pee. So I'm gonna smoke this. I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna come back, and hopefully I should have like 1,000 viewers. Who am I kidding? Bridget is watching you with me. Uh-oh. Does this mean I gotta stop drinking? So I don't know if I want to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna leave you to an empty room, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. No, but she doesn't like smoking. Well, nobody likes smoking anymore. Even smokers. not going to stop me from smoking the greeny green, though. I rolled this just for the stream. Just saying. So of course I'm going to smoke it. At least a few drags. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, well. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I've got healthy lung tissue. Been smoking since I was like 11 years old. So I'm 46 now. That's 35 years of smoking. Yeah, I got healthy lungs. You know, it's kind of funny in the Victorian era. They used to actually give cigarettes to children, thinking that cigarettes would actually strengthen their lungs. Science in the Victorian era was weird. All right, so I'm probably going to cut this off at about 2 hours. And we got about 5 minutes left. I put out word. I've got the floor open to anybody, but maybe another time. I'll probably do this again next Monday. I mean, I've got the setup. I might as well pimp it. But I do have the computer room set up nice. Oh, kind of. I've got to get a futon frame for that. But you're going to have Mondays off after this week. Well, that gives you all the time to pay attention to me on the computer, talking into a camera. Because the camera's my only friend. But yeah, I think I'm going to do this again next Monday. If things go okay, yep, there was tongue. You did see tongue. You've done more than see tongue. But yeah, I'm thinking that, you know, if things go okay with this, I might have to schedule. You know, I might schedule like some more streams during the week. But I think every Monday is a good launch point. And keep in mind, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing this to do it. Well, still just us, so I think after about 30 seconds or so, I'm going to consider jumping off of here. Just saying. I mean, it's been like 2 hours, and like I said, I think it's worked out pretty well. I'm looking forward to doing more. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, from what I've understood, YouTube has always been kind of a hustle. Like you've got to like be constantly putting out content to get people. And like I know there's a part of me that might get discouraged like after a while, but yeah, for now, I think we done good. I think we done good for a first time. And you're gonna inhale some microwave Alfredo. Oh God, I got the Stofers. I didn't want to cook tonight, but I don't have a microwave, so I got to oven cook it, which is actually better. But that's just me, personal preference. But anyway, I am going to end right here. This has been the Lord Teabo Baggins channel, and to everybody who came on, thank you for watching, and we will hopefully, well, probably see you next week. Have a good night, guys.